Yep. We back. Welcome to the next round of Shaking Tables with Namangblackie. And we on episode 11, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. If this is your first time tuning into this podcast, well, I'll tell you this for free. You have missed out on 1 to 10 episodes of amazing conversation, amazing interaction. So please do yourself a favor. Go back and listen to this or the previous episode, all right, so welcome back to this fresh round of episode 11 and a fresh round of 10 more episodes to go. And as usual, we are shaking tables, okay? And this table is not any different. This table was destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. This table was, it was a very wilding episode, okay? And as expected, I would say, welcome to 2020. 2020 has not been a year that everybody had envisioned. Honestly, nobody, not even any of these prophets, I'm sorry to say, could have predicted what's happening in 2020. I mean, growing up as a kid, we've always been hearing Vision 2020, Vision 2020, Vision 2020. My fam, if this was the Vision 2020, the Abachas, the Obasanjos had for us, we don't want this 2020. Because, man, COVID-19 or coronavirus, as it's been called, has wrecked this year. Like, this year has been on an autopilot. The whole world is on standstill. Everybody is at home. Nobody's working. Nobody's making money. Everybody's just hanging in there, basically. Everybody's living from hand to mouth. Everybody's basically hanging. Even the rich people, they don't even have where to go and spend the money. The money's sitting in the bank. So, I mean, everything is on halt right now, guys. And as it has been said, this virus started off from China, okay? It started off from a city called Wuhan in China. And since then, it has spread all over the globe. I think the only part of the world that has not been hit by this virus is Antarctica. Yes, I think that's the only part of the world that we've not had any case. But every other part of this world has at least one case, okay? So today, on this episode, we were comparing the performance of the Nigerian government in this pandemic, okay? How has the Nigerian government performed during this pandemic? How have they performed to handle, to sustain, and probably find cure to this pandemic, okay? Let's go into the topic. All right, let's go into the topic, okay? Now, the first call of the day was like, the performance of the government on a scale of 1 to 10 is -10. I'm like, ooh, yo, that was too mean on the government, But this guy was straight up, like, he was like, yo, it's on -10. He has not seen anything this government has done. To him, this government is full of bull and shit and crap and everything, okay? He felt the government is not doing anything. Awareness, 0. Hospital services, 0. Testing, 0. Finding cure, 0. Everything, 0. To him, it's been a 0 performance compared to other governments' performances, okay? And well, to some extent, I really agree with him, okay? Another person said, all the Nigerian government has been doing is embezzling wealth from donations and from the reserves of the government itself, because most of these leaders have received billions and billions of naira, okay? Billions and billions of naira, but there's nothing to show for it. There's very little to show for it compared to how much they have earned, compared to how much they have been given in forms of donations and grants. I mean, someone was very pissed at this government. Like, I had to really beg this guy, like, yo, take a chill pill, okay? I understand where your anger is coming from. And some ways of embezzlement that this government has been taking up is some of them came up with tactics like fumigation, food donations, palliatives, overpriced hospital materials. And I'm like, some states in Nigeria didn't even have one case, but they collected money from the government in the name of fumigation, that they want to fumigate the state from the virus that hasn't even entered the state. Okay? But they got the money, they did the fumigation. Now look where they are. They currently have cases in their state. So what happened to the fumigation they did? Whew, water has taken it away. But where's the money? We all know where the money is, all right? And then also someone said ridiculous food donations, okay? I mean, they keep saying they're giving food items. We've seen on social media, guys, we've seen so many videos and pictures of people telling us, yo, this local government head only gave them bread for the whole family. How can a whole family feed on bread? Okay? And what's even killing me the most is when I see some of these relief materials. You'd see some of these relief materials with the pictures of the political leaders on it. Why are you putting your pictures on it? Why do you have your pictures on these relief materials? Why? So everybody would know it came from you. Are you doing us a favor, or are you doing what you were elected to do? That's the part I don't get. You'd see their pictures up on all the bags of rice, the bags of salt, the tins of milk. Why? Why do you have your face on it? Why do we have to know this came from you? Are you doing us a favor, or are you doing what you were elected to do? Okay, so these guys make us look like, they're just doing us a favor, okay? If you're donating this from your personal money, that's different. If you're donating this from the goodwill of your heart, that's fine. But if you're a government official, or like you're a senator, or you're a reps member, or you're a governor, or you're a chairman, so long as you're holding a political post, I do not see why you should have your freaking face on that donation. It is wrong, guys. I really really don't agree with that. I really don't agree with that. Another person said, our government is still up there asking for loans from IMF, from China. And I'm like, why do we need these loans for? For goodness sake, why? What happened to our reserves? Why do we need these loans for? Our government right now is about to take, I think, 80 billion, 80 billion. I don't know. They're about to take a very ridiculous amount from IMF, though, in form of loan. And I'm like, what do you need this loan for? You just had billions of donations coming to you. Why not freaking use those donations? Why do you have to take so much money from IMF just in form of loans? In this time that the economy is not even running, why are you still taking loans? How do you plan to repay this loan? Nigerian government is something else. Okay, another person gave a solution. He was like, he believes the government should merge with private facilities. By private facilities, he means other private hospitals. He feels like the government should give the right to some private hospitals to be able to treat patients, to be able to test patients. That way, it will move faster. That way, we can get more results faster. That's what he feels. He feels leaving this thing to the government facilities alone is suicide. Is not going to work. Nigeria would wallow in this virus for a very long time if we're depending solely on government facilities. Look at the case of Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari was said to have been taken to a private hospital. Now, this is the chief of staff of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He caught up with the virus, God rest his soul, but he wasn't even treated in a government hospital. He was taken to a private facility to be treated, and he eventually lost his life. Now, the question is, who pays that private facility? Is it the government that will be paying that private facility for housing this man, or are they doing it as part of their societal obligation or part of the emergency services? Because I don't understand how a government official will be taken to a private hospital for treatment. It just solely means that even the government does not believe in the ability of its own hospital. Wow, what a country, my guy. Jesus Christ. So I just feel like the first part of where this government has failed us is even in giving out information. Okay, they hoard information and do not tell us the truth. There's serious happening going on in Kano, and the government is there telling us that, oh no, we're still trying to ascertain what killed these people, but it's not COVID-19. And I'm like, if you're still trying to ascertain what killed them, how do you now know it's not COVID-19? It means you know what killed them, you just don't want to say it. What big deal is it if you tell us, 600 people died from COVID-19? When you say that, everybody would stay in their goddamn freaking houses. But when you cannot even tell us the truth because you want to be selfish or because of your selfish interest, then you're killing the society. You're not even helping the society. So our government has first of all failed us in the aspect of telling us accurate information and telling us the truth. The second part I feel they failed us is the hospitals that are government owned are ill equipped. You go to Gwagwalada Hospital, they only have 2 ventilators. For those of you who don't know what a ventilator is, the ventilator is that device that they give someone who has breathing problem to aid the person to breathe normally and have a balanced breathing system. Okay, it's like that. It's like what we call the oxygen mask. Okay, now you see, when as a state, as the Federal Capital Territory, as a teaching hospital in the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria has only 2 ventilators, then you know the system is dead. The whole of Aso Rock Hospital doesn't have a ventilator. 1 ventilator had to be taken from Gwagwalada all the way to Aso Rock. Why? Why is that happening? Come down to the state level. How many government hospitals have ventilators? How many government hospitals is currently equipped to handle this situation? Plateau State, we have a virology school, a school where you study viruses, right? But it was not even among the first 3 testing centers that were commissioned by the NCDC. There had to be requests, there had to be letters sent to the government to approve this virology department as a testing center. Why is that supposed to be so? Isn't this place supposed to be the first port of call? The moment there's a virus case, we should say, we have a virology department or we have a virology school. Send these samples there and let's test this thing. But no, they didn't. Why? Our government has failed us. Okay, so I really think the government has really failed. As much as, yes, they've done a few good things, we cannot take that away from them, but that they have failed us more than they have helped us. That is the truth. That's how I see it. What is your truth? How do you feel about this? Do you agree with this? Do you think the government has failed us? Do you think the government